My shepherd will supply my need. This metrical paraphrase was first published in Psalms of David imitated in the language of the New Testament in 1719, without music, one of 3 renditions of Psalm 23 by Isaac Watts. Watts's collection went through 15 editions in his lifetime. This text experienced only one major but curious alteration in the 4th stanza, first line. The first and second editions, published in 1719, say, "Thy hand in sight of all my foes." The 3rd edition, in 1722, says, "Spite." This was reversed to sight in the 4th or 5th edition, then returned to spite between the 7th and 10th editions. Both versions make sense and have merit, and both have been printed in subsequent hymn collections. This beloved psalm has been paraphrased many times by many authors, but Watts's interpretation stands among the most lovely and most tender. In the preface to his Psalms of David, Watts expressed that one of his aims was to inject and inform the Psalms with New Testament theology, as David would have done had he lived in the days of Christianity. In My Shepherd Will Supply My Need, his intertestamental touch is more subtle than in some of his other paraphrases. His allusion, for example, to feeding beside a living stream evokes the living water that Jesus offered the woman at the well, John chapter 4, verses 7 through 15. In the 2nd stanza, the original psalmist's path of righteousness have become a longer journey of wandering and being led back by truth and grace. Note how Watts equates God's name with God's mercy. The sweetest touch is in the final stanza, whereas the psalm says we will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Watts has clarified that our stay in that place will not be as a stranger or a guest, but like a child at home. This calls to mind the promise of John chapter 1, verse 12, "But to all who did receive him, who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God."